Don't ask me to talk. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Don't Ask Me to Talk. I am one of your hosts, Stacey Heller.
I'm the other host, Eric Ryder.
Hey, I am so glad that we are back doing this.
Me too.
It's been like we're getting our groove back.
Is this number 4 or number 5 of the new season?
I think it's 5. But who's counting?
Apparently neither of us.
Well, time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely it does.
So, hey, this show, this is a show where on every episode we talk about random stuff. Now, it's a bit like topic fishing, or in my case, magnet fishing. For my birthday, I got a magnet because I went into a YouTube spiral where I started following this guy, Bondi Treasure Hunter, and he is from Australia. He magnet fishes all over the world, but especially where he and his significant other have settled, which is in Amsterdam. So they magnet fish into the canals of Amsterdam, and the stuff that they come up with, especially bikes, but then old stuff. So this is like that. Like we throw in the magnet, and whatever attaches, we talk about it.
Very good. I guess proof positive there that getting a magnet wet doesn't make it break.
Correct.
Because famously, I'm not going to name who, but famously, somebody recently stated with like authority that you get a magnet wet and it doesn't work. No, that's not how. I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about magnets between that guy and the Insane Clown Posse.
Yes,
thinking that it was magic.
Yes, and it's super fun. Although recently I have not found shopping trolleys, as he calls them. I have not found guns, safes, jewelry.
Have you been magnet fishing too?
I got one for my birthday, so I've been.
Wow.
I went to Lake Sammamish and I threw it off one of the boat launch areas, and I was like, why are people so careful about their stuff? But I plan to go this summer when we're at the lake house. I'm going to throw it into the deeper parts of the lake.
All right.
Who knows? I could find a car. I'm not going to go down and get it, but
I guarantee that car is not going to run.
Anyway, so that's what we do. See?
Did you ever watch The Adventures of Pete and Pete?
No.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like repeat.
Well, it was a show that was on Nickelodeon back in the early 90s.
Okay.
And it was a very funny show. And there was an episode called, I think it was, What Did I Do with My Summer Vacation? And one of the scenes in it is the dad is metal detecting on the beach.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, oh, I think I found something big because it's going deep, deep, deep. And so like the whole family starts digging in the sand, and then they come out with like a Buick Escalade or something like that, which has always stuck with me. It's very funny.
That's
because
funny.
that's the dream when you're
Right.
when you're a metal detectorist out there, and really you're just getting bottle caps usually, but
Totally. But you could find some stuff,
That's right.
some rings and
a
some
whole car possibly.
That's amazing. I love that so much. It's a quirky little hobby that I randomly picked up, but I was watching the videos so much that my husband was like, all right, I'm getting you your own magnet and gloves and the whole thing. I have a bucket. It's very exciting. Yeah.
Good luck fitting a car in a bucket.
It's a very small car, a Matchbox car.
There
I
you go.
do feel like my family needs to plant some things, so I have a feeling of like, I did
Triumph,
it.
yeah.
So, but that feels like
We don't want to encourage people to throw garbage into the water. so-
Yeah, please don't. Please don't. It's not worth it. I'll come around with my magnet and I'll find it for you. But hey, we're already demonstrating what it is that we do. Throw us a topic and we just start talking about it. You can actually find past episodes of this show wherever you listen to podcasts. And guess what? You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Don't Ask Me to Talk.
That's right.
We set it up so now you can DM us and you can tell us what you think. Because
Yeah, just search Don't Ask Me to Talk podcast and we should pop up.
Yeah, because it's not like you're leaving us voicemails or texts at our number, 475-999-2726.
Yeah, or even iSky99 Cram.
Yeah, you're not leaving messages at iSky99 Cram.
What's wrong with you? Cram a message in there.
It's definitely not about the weird number.
Yeah, you can text that number as well.
Yeah. So, now you have multiple ways that you can communicate with us, or maybe you just like listening to us wax poetic about magnet fishing. I don't know. I don't know what you're into.
No judgment here.
Exactly. So last week you pointed out that it was like technically not June yet.
Yes, it's one of those last week of the month, first couple days of the month kind of thing. So we're straddling the line.
Which means I'm so not talking about May.
Fair enough.
Been there, done that.
Look to the future.
Exactly. I feel like you have to, you can't look back. You have to go forward. So that said, hey, everybody, hope you had a great Mother's Day. Hope you had a great May. It is June. It is that time of the year when, if you have children, they are getting out of school. So hopefully you have plans for them. It should be, there should be a holiday for that. Like post-school, like, yikes.
Summer
awareness.
Day. Summer vacation celebration day.
Exactly. But if you're looking for something to do with your kids, it is Zoo and Aquarium Month.
In June. Yeah. Also, it's dads and grads, right?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So an early happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And congratulations to all the graduates out there.
And interestingly, a lot of the mothers or a lot of graduations happen on Mother's Day, which to me is like so ironic because, of course, we can't get a day. Not only do we have to like spend the day with our kid, but we're now spending it with everyone else's kid, too.
Mm. When you were a kid, did you have that like, well, how come we don't get a day?
Of course.
When it was
and then you got
Mother's
the classic,
Day and Father's
like,
Day.
Every day is your
Kids'
day.
That's right.
Yes, that was the response. Now, I want to talk about Zoo and Aquarium Day because are they like, where do we stand on this? Like, universally, personally, like, I mean, they're out there, and I know that it's like keeping animals in habitats that are not really their natural habitat. But then I also know that some zoos are doing good things about bringing back some of these animals.
Yeah.
So I'm conflicted.
Yeah, I think that's probably the only sane way to feel about zoos and aquariums is that, I mean, right now, they're, a lot of them are doing good work, conserving species that sometimes are on the brink, helping to breed those species and extend them. But at the same time, you can't help but think, well, yeah, a zebra really shouldn't be in an area that's not like the Serengeti, So, yeah, it's tough. But like for instance, there's the whole story of Ivan the gorilla that lived in a department store in Tacoma for many, many years.
What?
Yeah. Back in the 80s. In early 90s even. There was Ivan the gorilla. He was brought over as a baby and raised with a family until he became kind of a teenager and was a little bit, you know how teenagers are. So They moved him to the Patriarch's department store that he owned. And basically, he lived for many years in a cage in the department store and just was, watching shoppers and stuff. And that was really a sad story. But ultimately, he was able to move to a zoo in Atlanta and be in a gorilla habitat, which was a much nicer outcome for him. So if there was no zoos, he wouldn't have had a nice ending.
That's true.
He unfortunately passed on. So, there's good work being done, but I feel like there was another case recently, like in North Bend here in Washington, where a bunch of zebras got loose because they were being taken to Montana. to me, it's just, I just don't feel like wild animals from other continents should be living with private owners in America.
It's weird.
It feels wrong.
It does feel wrong. I mean, and I get as you were saying, the conservation piece, and there is an opportunity for education. It's just, I feel so conflicted. And as a kid, I remember going to the zoo a couple of times. I've been to an aquarium once or twice, and it's interesting, but it's one of those things that, like, as you age, you almost get sad about it.
Yeah.
Because you're aware of the bigger picture, but
the other good part about it, of course, is the education and awareness that we as a society get about all these animals helps us to have that kind of empathy towards them.
Yes.
And it helps us, hopefully, to want to preserve their natural environment so the rest of their species, can live in the wild and continue to thrive.
Totally.
Yeah. So.
Totally. All right. Well, that was kind of a bummer, but I was just curious because there's those topics where you're like, where do we stand on this?
Right.
Like, we know more, and I think it's Maya Angelou who said, when you know better, you do better.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
and zoos, I mean, to be fair, have gotten way better. I mean, back in not even that long ago, gorillas were living basically in cages, in concrete. And now, if you go to a zoo, their habitat is much closer to what they would have in the wild, which I think great strides have been made. And there's sanctuaries now that are just much more humane. And I think that's all positive. So I think ultimately, if we can work towards a way of just having the animals be in more natural spaces, I think it's good for everybody.
Totally. So, see, we have given you some things to do once your kids are out of school. You can go visit a zoo, an aquarium, teach them about these animals from near and far, teach them to have empathy about taking care of them. Also, watch the movie. What was the movie with the giraffe and the hippo and Madagascar, where they're at the New York Zoo? And you need to watch children's movies, Eric.
I don't have any kids.
He just has it. Doesn't matter. You were a kid. It's such a good movie.
Okay.
I think it's Madagascar.
All right.
And where it starts out at like the
I feel like that's got
Zoo.
like a cartoon lion going, I like to move it in there. Okay.
Yes.
So, yeah.
It was good. Anyway, so you're welcome. We're giving you some ideas. Okay. There's also holidays that are celebrated each day, which we talk about all the time.
Yeah.
And so the one that I had to pick, because this is something that has come up recently, June 1st, there's a few different ones to pick from.
Right.
But National Black Bear Day. So now, again, why do I care? Well, thank you for asking, listeners and Eric, because I got some pictures from, we have a neighborhood text thread.
I thought that was going to be tied into our fantastic discussion that we've had so far about the natural world and animals.
Well, it is.
So that's why I didn't say, why do you care?
Oh, right.
I feel like I was a little shamed there for not prompting you about the bears.
No. It was a weird segue. But it's national.
It's because I'm Goldilocks and I love the way they live.
There you go. Okay. Well, yeah, that's not it. It's because in my neighborhood text thread, one of my neighbors sent a series of pictures of our neighborhood black bear on her deck, checking out the hummingbird feeders that she has there and all the nectar. And then, the black bear standing up on its hind legs, checking that out, and then getting down and lumbering his way across the deck and ultimately down the stairs. And then, like yesterday, our trash was thrown over, and apparently there was nothing good in it. And so luckily it was not strewn about as it has been in the past with scat scattered about. But I'm like, okay, speaking of natural habitat, like, this is what's happened. The bear lives in a concrete jungle, and I'm like, aren't you just supposed to be feeding when you're getting ready to hibernate? Like, it's spring. But then I realized he's breaking his fast.
Well, they're going to eat all year long.
I know, but I'm like, why are you
until they hibernate?
I know, but I'm like, why in the trash? Like, really?
Well, it's not like there's like a bear restaurant or something. I mean, there is Black Bear Diner. So, but do we really want them?
Well, yes.
Going there? Probably not.
Yeah. So it's just like, it's a bummer. Like, because, you don't leave food out for the bear, obviously.
Right.
And yet it's frustrating because you're like, ugh, like, eat something healthy. Well, I want the bear to have a good diet. I don't want it to eat, like, leftover trash from my trash can. I don't know. I'm very conflicted today, clearly.
I'll put some berries out, I guess.
Maybe.
Some fresh salmon for them.
That just seems wrong. So, yeah.
Believe it or not, we're already at break time.
Oh, well, perfect. Because then when we come back, we can talk about some of the other holidays that are happening and birthdays as well.
That sounds good. And what are we talking about on the show today is our main topic?
Well, again, thank you for asking. Food.
Hey.
Maybe it's about what bears eat.
Maybe it is. We'll find out. Stay tuned, everybody.
Don't ask me to talk.
Have you ever considered working with an image consultant or stylist, but were worried about what the experience would be like? If that sounds like you, then Michael Bruce Image Consulting is here to help. They've worked with thousands of people, and many of those individuals have shared their experiences by way of style stories. Go to michaelbruceimageconsulting.com/style stories and check out what their delighted clients have to say about their experiences.
We're back, and this is Don't Ask Me to Talk. And before the break, we were talking about the June holidays that we're about to embark upon.
Right.
I am Stacy Heller, and of course I'm
I
joined
am Eric Ryder.
by Eric Ryder. So the other thing that happens on June 1st is Pen Pal Day. Did you ever have a pen pal?
I did. Yeah, I had a couple of them when I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
And did you lose touch?
I did, yeah. I kind of regret that because it was me that left them hanging. Or I halfway finished a letter and then, took a break and then never finished that letter. And then by the time I said, well, I really got to get this sent, it was just like too much time had passed. And I was just like, oh,
did you ever look them up on
let this lie.
Facebook?
I have, yeah, and either I found the wrong person or they don't remember or don't care, which totally fair.
You left me hanging.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Was it an international pen pal?
No.
Okay,
no,
that's cool.
I mean, it was Redding, California to San Francisco, California. It might have been. It might as well have been international for me at that age, not being able to drive. But yeah.
That's cool, though. I think pen pals are really interesting.
Did you ever have a fun international or local
no
pen pal?
But I had friends that had pen pals. And, then if they stayed in touch with them, especially if they were international, then it was like when they traveled, it was like, I finally got to meet my pen pal. And I'm like, that's so cool.
It is cool. Yeah, I did the opposite. I went to France when I was 17, like a post-school trip, and met a bunch of great Italian students that were also in France learning, and got all their addresses and phone numbers and names and stuff with the idea that we're going to keep in touch long after this for years to come. We're friends for life.
Yep.
And then I never did follow up.
Well, they didn't either.
Well, the thing was, I'm like, I'm going to be moving here in 3 weeks. So
all right. So
I don't even know
sense.
what my new address is.
Oh, my gosh.
So I kind of regret that, too, because they were real sweet. I'd love to have, pen pals from Italy now, but
right.
That's just the way it goes.
Yeah, you blew that.
Well, social media I think would have been a beautiful thing to have at the time because we would have been friends. We would have been able to keep up at a reasonable pace, not all that pressure to write a whole letter kind of detailing your life from the last 3 months or whatever.
Right.
I always found that hard. Like, what do I put in the pen pal letter, you know? Because I don't know, other people seem to be able to just put mundane, lame stuff. And I'd lap that stuff up. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so glad they're, you know, whatever, getting groceries today.
Right. And they're so excited
when I go to put
they found
that
their
stuff
thing.
down, yeah, it's like I can't tell them about, you know, I got a new shirt today or whatever, you know, it's just too dumb. So I always found that hard, you know, like just summing up your existence in
letter writing is hard.
A page, yeah.
I recently got a letter from a relative that I have. It's like my great aunt's daughter, and it was so lovely to get this long letter. And I'm like, man, the art of letter writing is lost.
Yeah.
And I thought, like, well,
really
now how do I respond? Am I supposed to write a letter back?
Right.
And how bad is it that I'm like, I should probably type it? She's not going to be able to read my handwriting.
That was the other thing. I had notoriously bad handwriting.
So then you're like, does that seem too formal, like, and rude? Or, you know, what do? I don't know. It's kind of, it's giving me a little angst, actually.
Well, I guess we can be thankful that we're beyond those times, even though, you know, can't help but pine for the past a little bit.
Well, you know, it's a thing. Speaking of the past, so June 2nd is National First Ladies Day. Now, I only bring this up because we actually have a first gentleman as
second gentleman.
Second gentleman. Yes, thank you. Second gentleman. So I wonder if there's
Doug.
like Second Gentleman's Day.
There probably is somewhere, someday.
Right?
Who knows?
I'm like, hey, if you're listening, you know, go buy yourself a holiday.
I think we've only ever had the one, so.
Right.
Yeah.
But still, he could have a whole holiday.
That's right.
Doug's Day.
This is for you, Doug. His birthday right now is Second Gentleman's Day.
There you go. That works perfectly.
Do you have a favorite first lady?
Not really. I mean, like, Jackie O, sure, her style, but man, like, I wouldn't. That just seems hideous. Like, that's a tough life. Eleanor Roosevelt is like, you know, she was a smart lady.
Yeah.
Dolly Madison, didn't she invent ice cream or something? Or she brought it to the White House? Like, you know, there's that. I don't know. I like Betty Ford, who has, like, done a lot for addiction.
Right.
Like, all of them have done something that's been interesting. You know, thanks to Nancy Reagan, we have Just Say No to Drugs.
Right. That worked out great.
It's great. Totally worked. But I don't think I do. What about you?
You know, it's a good question that I've never thought of, even though I'm the one that asked you. I think Eleanor Roosevelt was pretty great. Rosalind Carter seems like a really, like she was a really
salt of the earth,
good person. I want to say Lady Bird Johnson. I don't know anything about her except I love her name.
Right. That's fair.
So yeah. So Lady Bird Johnson.
There you go.
Is now my favorite first lady.
Gosh, I hope we don't find out that she was like, you know, like a crack dealer or something.
But she was until she went to the Betty Ford Clinic.
Well, there you go.
Yes.
Look at first ladies helping other first
That's
ladies.
right.
Now, the only reason I'm going to bring up National
Don't sue us, the estate of Lady Bird Johnson, because that was just a joke.
Just a joke. We're big fans.
Absolutely.
June 4th is National Corgi Day. Now, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I mentioned it earlier to someone, and we got into a whole conversation about cuteness aggression. Did you hear that conversation?
The off-pod discussion of cuteness aggression. I heard just a little bit of it.
Yeah, this apparently there was a study done about like when people respond to cute things and their response is that of mice and men, like, I'm going to hug it and squeeze it and like, and you just want to like squeeze this little thing that you see that's so cute, and it's called cuteness aggression. It's weird.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not wrong. Like, you see a stuffed animal, or you see, like, you know, baby, or, you know, a kitten or a puppy or whatever,
Right.
and you're like, well, I just want to squeeze it.
Yeah. I just want to eat you up with a spoon
right.
kind of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. As long as you don't act on that,
yeah,
then I think it's fine.
Same. Okay, birthdays. Who do we want to wish a happy birthday this week?
Oh, let's see. So many amazing people.
I'm going to say Pat Boone because my friend Cherry, that's her dad. So happy birthday, Mr. Boone.
Right.
From Cherry's friend, Stacy.
Marilyn Monroe. Her birthday is June 1st.
Yep, same as his.
She's a legend.
Alanis Morissette.
Another legend.
Who sort of messed people up with Isn't It Ironic?
Right.
Because as a teacher once told
as
my daughter Annie, it's Isn't It a Bummer?
Right. That would have been a better song.
Isn't it a bummer? Don't you think? Stacy Keach. Now, I'm only bringing that up because people don't believe me when I say that my name it's the male spelling. And Stacy Keach, there you go.
My mother had a huge crush on Stacy Keach.
Yeah, he was cute. Who else?
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yeah. He apparently,
another June 1st birthday.
There's a lot of June 1st birthdays.
Right. What is it about June 1st?
I don't know. The question is, what is it about 9 months earlier? Then, of course, you've got Tony Curtis, the actor. You've got Angelina Jolie. Where did you fall on the whole Angelina versus Jen thing?
I didn't.
What? I'm shocked. You didn't get into the business of a celebrity, couple feud? I'm shocked.
No. But Dana Carvey, his birthday was June 2nd. And I was a huge SNL fan back when he was on SNL in the late 80s. And I even had a church lady poster on my wall.
Oh, my gosh.
Isn't that special?
It was pretty good. Yeah, he is just, he's so funny. So funny. I mean, in Wayne's World, just classic characters.
Right.
Anderson Cooper, big fan. Son of Gloria Vanderbilt, whose jeans I rocked when I was in 7th grade when I was roller skating. Yep, that should take some people back. And of course, Kenny G.
Local legend, Kenny G.
I mean, world legend.
The smooth jazz innovator.
Right?
I've met the man and he seemed like a very nice guy. I'm not a fan of his music, but, more power to him.
It's like Yanni. Remember when Yanni was big?
Yeah, and I think Yanni even lived in Tacoma for a little while.
Really?
Never met him, but yeah.
He was married to Linda Evans, I think.
It was just one of those guys that came out of nowhere, became a new age legend, and and then kind of fell off the radar. Who knows where Yanni is these days?
We'll have to check it out.
Right.
So anyway, happy birthday.
I'll leave you to that.
You don't want that in your search feed?
No. But yes, happy birthday to all those awesome people.
All right. Should we take a break here?
We definitely should.
All right. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about food. That is what we have been asked to talk about this week. So keep listening to the show. We'll be right back. Do you get in your own way when it comes to your business? Look, we all get in our own heads sometimes. Maybe you need a new perspective. I'm a creative who connects people with ideas, potential, and most importantly, their people. Whether through my consulting sessions or content creation and design, I help clients get out of their heads and back to business. My client Pete Connolly sums it up best when he said, "I can't think of another professional who brings as wide an offering of insights and resources with as much humor and heart as Stacy does." Connect with me, Stacy Heller, at stacyconnects.com. Okay, welcome back to the show. I am your host, Stacy Heller, and
I am your co-host, Eric Reiner.
Yeah, so here we are. So each week we pick from the Wheel o' Topics a general topic, and we picked food for this week. Now, could we be less specific? So we were trying to figure out what to talk about. I suggested we talk about comfort food. Classic comfort food. I watched recently the Stephen Colbert Show, and he had Carol Burnett on the show, and she did the
Colbert questionnaire. Yeah.
And she was asked her favorite sandwich. And I said at the same time that she did grilled cheese. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have so much in common. So that was super exciting. But then we diverted when she said with tomato. And I was like, oh, out. Nope. But
I love a little tomato on a grilled cheese,
really?
But especially on a tuna melt. I love a little tomato. It's good.
This goes back to my mushy tomato saga with burgers.
What I like to do is make the grilled sandwich without the tomato and then add the tomato so that it's still a little bit crisper and you've got the nice contrast between cool and warm.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Isn't that like what Burger King or McDonald's did with like the
McDLT?
Yeah.
The hot side hot
yeah.
and the cool side cool?
Yes. I guess that's the thing. So I bring the grilled cheese thing up because that is my ultimate comfort food. And I love it so much. And with my oldest, Annie, I made so many that for years she pretended she didn't like cheese, so she didn't have to have any more grilled cheese sandwiches.
I just don't know how you could even pretend that.
Right? I'm like, that's a commitment to the
cheese
bit.
is one of the greatest things that's ever been invented.
I know.
In my humble opinion.
Yes.
I'm sure. I'm sorry to the lactose intolerance and the vegans out there. But even vegans, I think, like cheese because they're trying to create a vegan version of cheese. And so far, it's not living up to, the high standards of regular cheese. But more power to them.
But they want it.
If they get there, then I'll be on board as well.
Well, so that's like my ultimate comfort food. What about you? What is your ultimate comfort food?
I don't know, but I thought I'd look up comfort food while you were talking real quick.
Okay.
And I found this 101 easy comfort foods you'll want to dig right into. And so it's got recipes for all these, but because I was thinking, well, what's the definition specifically of comfort food? And I think it's like anything that's like loaded with calories. That's delicious, and it's like maybe a recipe that reminds you of your childhood.
Mm-hmm.
And
sometimes I think a lot of times it's warm.
Yeah, a hot dish, if you will, like a casserole is always good comfort food. And so, like, looking at the list, I'd say, like, all of these probably qualify as comfort food and probably stuff that I also love, like scalloped potatoes, fried chicken and dumplings, Swedish meatballs, lasagna rolls.
See, those are weird to me.
What is weird?
Like, I could see, like, mac cheese being a comfort thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when you're feeling, like, sick or depressed. Like, I guess I'm also going to, like, my boyfriend just broke up with me, and I lost my job, and my boyfriend took my pet in the breakup. And, like, what's the food that I'm gonna, like, binge and eat to console myself? And I'm like, mac cheese and crackers, grilled cheese. Apparently cheese is my thing, which interestingly month is actually National Cheese Month. And so like lasagna rolls, like,
well, I'd say lasagna itself. I think the roll is something they're doing to make it more fun. But lasagna is another,
pasta.
A beautiful cheesy, pasta, any kind of pasta. But some other stuff on here, of course, grilled cheese. Now, this maybe seems a little too fancy to be comfort food to me, but I'm sure it's comforting if someone else makes it for you. Shrimp fettuccine Alfredo.
Whoa.
They've also got like tomato and egg with rice. So maybe some of these are, folks with different backgrounds than us, maybe.
True.
True. There's a bacon, egg, and cheese breakfast burger on here.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. Like, forget the burger part, but a bacon, egg, and cheese. Especially if you're on the East Coast. The West Coast, we don't know how to do it. But on the East Coast, it's done on a hard roll. and it's slightly toasted, and the egg is fried over medium, so it's a little runny, extra crispy bacon, salt and pepper, the melted cheese. Ugh!
That sounds good. Of course, you got your chicken noodle soup. You got donuts on here.
Yeah.
Stuffed sloppy Joe bombs. I have never tried that, but that does sound good. I do love a good sloppy Joe. I haven't had one in forever, but I used to love those as a kid. So that would probably bring me right back to childhood.
What was it?
A sloppy Joe? And
Yeah,
so
but
they did sloppy Joe bombs.
Okay.
Which would be like a roll with the sloppy Joe filling.
Okay. Yeah, I remember sloppy joes as a kid. My mom totally made sloppy joes.
This just doesn't seem sloppy enough, though.
Yeah, I mean, they were just, a mess. But that reminds me then of like spaghetti and meatballs. I could see being like a comfort food.
Right.
Like if you grew up with that.
They've got Millionaire's mac and cheese on here, which I guess because it has fancy cheeses in it.
Oh.
You got cinnamon rolls. You got your twice baked potato casserole. You got your meatloaf. I think is a classic.
Oh my gosh,
comfort food. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and say meatloaf is I think A, the most classic comfort food, and B, my most favorite of the comfort foods.
I as a kid liked, or I don't know if I liked it, but it's what my mom gave. After she made a meatloaf, when there was leftover, she would slice it and put it on bread, and she would send me to school with a meatloaf sandwich.
Yeah. I find myself so many times thinking like when it comes to like meat dishes that, the sandwich version of this is even better than just like a steak, for instance. I'll take a steak sandwich anytime over just a steak, or a meatloaf sandwich. I'll take a meatloaf sandwich over just a piece of meatloaf. And I like them both ways, but if I can get a sandwich version of pretty much anything, I love it.
Yeah, I'm a big roast beef sandwich girl.
Oh, that's a classic. Now that's a comfort food.
Right? And, not sponsored, but the one that does the best job is Jersey Mike's.
Okay.
Their number 6 is really good.
Nice.
Yeah, because they add like the oil and vinegar and the oregano, and they pile on the really thinly sliced roast beef. I know what I'm having for lunch today. Thank you for that.
So beef stew is on here, and that got me thinking about like how much I really love a good Irish stew, especially when I'm over in Ireland. Mm-hmm. They usually make it with lamb. It's so good no matter what you're using, vegetarian even. So good. So yeah, that's a good stew really of any sort is going to be up there.
Big hunks of like potato and,
carrots,
leeks, like whatever you want to put in it. And when the meat is like tender, it's like butter.
That's right.
It's so good. Which then brings me to chili.
Chili.
Chili can be a comforting food, except maybe the next day, depending on how you deal with beans.
Right. And depending on how spicy it is, I guess.
Yeah, but I mean, I think of like, for me, chili is, although it does feel very seasonal to me. Like I don't have chili in the summer or spring. Like it's a fall, like watching football or watching my husband watch football kind of a meal. So, that's a thing. You mentioned casserole. Did you ever have to endure tuna noodle casserole?
I think that I did, and I wouldn't describe it as enduring it. I always thought, this is okay. This is pretty good. It kind of reminds me of recently on Saturday Night Live, they did a skit that was like a commercial for penne pasta in an aluminum pan covered in vodka sauce, which incidentally was what I was making that night.
No way!
I had the ingredients. I didn't have the aluminum pan, but the penne that I needed to use up and the vodka sauce was the only kind I had. So I'm like,
oh my gosh,
this is funny. Even though they're making fun of it, it kind of makes me want to make this.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
the power of suggestion.
That's funny.
So I did, and it turned out nice.
That was an awesome sketch. Like, go check that out. The other one was chicken tetrazzini.
That is good.
I grew up eating that, and what's funny is that as a kid, I hated it because my mom used the Campbell's cream of mushroom soup.
Campbell's?
Campbell's. What did I say?
Campbell's.
Oh, Campbell's.
That could be an East Coast brand.
No, it was
I don't know.
It's like
we have Best Foods out here.
And I have Hellmann's.
And you have Hellmann's.
Right. Bring out the Hellmann's.
You
or
could have
bring
the
out
Campbell's
the
or the
best.
Campbell's.
Yeah. Well, that commercial for mayonnaise, like bring out the Hellmann's or bring out the best. I always just thought it was like because it was the best mayonnaise. I didn't know that it was. And then we moved out here and I was like,
Best Foods.
what the heck is going on? Yeah. So, pot pies. That's
love
totally
a good pot pie.
a comfort food.
The problem with pot pies, though, is they're always scalding hot in the middle. It's like lava.
Yes.
If you wait for them to cool, then they're kind of not so good.
Right. So you have to like just burn your
scald
mouth.
yourself,
Right.
Or just not enjoy it.
Obviously, it's a thing. You get that thin layer of like burned skin on the roof of your mouth.
Oh yeah, I hate that.
But I think like those are all like the comfort food. But what's interesting is that isn't it interesting that most of the recipes that we've brought up like are not necessarily summer fare. So it leads one to the bigger question,
Right.
which we don't really have time to get into. But I'll let you all think amongst yourselves. Is it because we're happier? We have more vitamin D in the summer. We don't need the comfort food in the spring going into summer that we need in the fall and winter. Why don't we have summer comfort foods?
I think we do have summer comfort foods, like ice cream, for instance, I would say is a comfort food. But I think you're right in that we're looking for usually something warm and cozy.
Mm-hmm.
And in the winter, you're just trying to warm up. You're trying to feel cozy, and you're craving those carbs and that extra protein and stuff. So it totally makes sense for most comfort foods to be winter oriented. In the summer, I don't know about you, but like I really find it hard to eat a salad, for instance, when it's not a warm month. I just don't crave it. I don't really. It's just like putting cold vegetables into my mouth doesn't appeal to me. But come July and it's 85 degrees, I'll murder a salad.
Wow. All right. That's aggressive. I especially love a chopped salad. There's something about like the whole texture thing.
Right.
But like I even looked up like, summer things and like pies, like, okay, that is a comfort thing. But even that, it's basically like a chicken pot pie, but with fruit.
I think you just defined pies in general.
Yes, I did. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
The beauty part of being a fruit pie is, of course, that they're delicious cold as well as hot. Whereas I think we've established that a cold pot pie is not so great.
This is true. You make a good point. And then there's, of course, all the pasta salads that you can have and things like, or potato salad.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's a thing. It's a weird thing. Hold on a second. I'm going to cough.
All right. Why don't we take a break while you cough?
I'm dying. Don't ask me to talk. I'm not famous or connected or an influencer. I'm Stacey Heller of Stacey Connects, and I love to talk with strangers, friends, and family. So I started a podcast about making connections through conversation, asking questions instead of making assumptions, and addressing the elephant in any room. I also often go on tangents that beg the question, where is she going with this? Stacey Connects is meant to be enlightening and entertaining, or as I like to call it, edutainment. Listen, enjoy, and subscribe to Stacey Connects wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
And welcome back to Don't Ask Me to Cough. I'm Eric Ryder.
I'm Stacey Heller. I'm doing much better now.
Good.
Oh my gosh, all of a sudden, all that talking, I think I got verklempt or something. And, maybe it's because I just have gotten hungry.
It's not because the comfort food that you were snacking on and one piece went down the wrong pipe.
No.
Isn't that the worst thing? when something just goes down the wrong pipe and and you can like feel it in there, even if you're not like coughing and choking on it, you just feel it like the rest of the day. Like,
yes,
is that in there? Am I a bird? Is there rocks in my gizzard?
Right. Well, and are there multiple pipes?
I don't even know how little I know about the human anatomy.
I'm like, now I need to look up.
It feels like there's one pipe.
Right. Does food go down the wrong pipe?
But clearly, we have that feeling.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to look up, can food go down the wrong pipe? Because, like, it just feels like a thing.
Right.
Yeah, it just ruins it. And you're right. You have, like, this tightness in your chest for, like, the rest of, like, the meal, and then you're coughing, and it always happens at an inconvenient time.
Okay.
Oh, did you look it up?
From the Cleveland Clinic here, what's going on when something goes down the wrong pipe? And so it's called aspiration. When foreign material, food, drink, stomach acid, or fumes enters your windpipe or the trachea, it's known as aspiration. So, yeah, if we've got a windpipe as well as a food hole, then clearly there's more than one pipe. Things could go down.
Okay, leading one to wonder what is the food pipe called if it's not the windpipe?
That's right. Shut your windpipe.
Gosh.
Shut your food
your pie hole?
Yeah. Okay, well, there's the other pipe. There's multiple pipes. You got your pie hole. You got your food hole.
Oh, my gosh.
You got your windpipe. So you got to be careful.
Yeah. Hey, be careful.
Pie's got to go in the pie hole.
And wind goes in the windpipe?
And then the windpipe, yep.
Maybe one is for when food or things go in and one is for it coming out. I don't know. We're going to have to follow up on this next week. Oh, my gosh. Now I'm so distracted by this.
And remember, if you've got thoughts on the various different holes,
exactly.
Text us at iSky99Cram.
Otherwise known as what's our number? Otherwise
475-999-2726.
Yeah. Or again, we're now on Instagram and Facebook. So
yeah, you can message us there.
Yeah. Maybe there's a doctor out there that can help us, because I definitely do not want to look up on WebMD.
You don't want to.
I'm going to end up with esophageal cancer.
You don't want to look up what are the holes in the human body.
Again, talk about not wanting your search to be like your search thing to be found out. That'd just be awful. Anyway, hey, interesting conversation about comfort foods.
Yeah, we solved it.
I think we ended up with more questions. But hey, listeners, if you're like, hey, you dumb bunnies, here's some amazing summer comfort foods. Please let us know what we're missing, because maybe we're just not thinking broadly enough.
That's entirely probable.
Yeah. So, and it's so early. It's so early in June. It's not even June yet.
Yeah, technically not even summer yet.
Okay, again, just because you're right, it doesn't make it interesting, or whatever the John Mulaney thing is. What are we going to be talking about next time?
Let's find out.
All right, time for the Wheel O Topics.
Wheel O Topics.
And uh-oh. He's laughing.
Food.
No way!
Should I spin again, or do we want to talk food again?
I don't know. What do we want to do?
This is unprecedented.
This is unprecedented.
I say we spin again.
All right, let's spin again.
Yeah, because otherwise we're going to be too hungry.
Well, that's...
after the second podcast.
Yeah. If it comes up as food again, it's meant to be. Yeah.
Okay, I know more about food than this topic, gaming, but I'll try and think of something.
Yeah.
Over the week.
Maybe we'll have to see if we can bring in like a special gaming guest or something. I don't know. Because
Maybe.
I don't know much about gaming other than my son is really into gaming. And it's a new way that the young folks hang out together without actually being together.
Well, of course, there's video games, which I guess when people think of gaming now, maybe they think about that. But I mean, gaming could be anything.
Casinos.
It's casinos, board games.
All right. Okay. I like where we're going.
What special edition Monopoly do you own?
Funny you ask. I think I own the anniversary edition.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Do you want to know which one I own?
I do. I was going to ask.
Star Wars.
Shocking. Not at all. Not even remotely. Oh my gosh. Like, I'm going to have questions about that next week.
I'm going to have to pull it out of the closet so I can answer the questions.
Yeah, because I'm like, what is, free parking? And like...
I don't remember. I like a spaceport or something, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I can't even remember like the figures, if it's got like Darth Vader or whatnot that you can play as. I think it's like equivalent to the classic Monopoly game. So there's like a space iron or something, but I don't know. I don't remember.
Oh my gosh. This is why I love doing this show, because you learn all the things that you really don't need to know.
That's right.
So you're welcome, listeners.
Have a wonderful week, everybody.
See you next week.